There's more to a well-rounded education than just what's learned inside the classroom. Crucial life lessons don't have to come from a lecture, but can also come from experiences. Hi, I'm Scarlett, and welcome to Beyond the Books, unique stories of learning from West Michigan schools. I'm sharing stories about West Michigan schools thinking outside the box and giving students a chance to learn in a new way. We start on the lake shore, where Holland Christian Schools launched its Ford School back in 2017, a program where students spend the day outside. I caught up with the district for an update on this non-traditional approach to learning back in 2023.
Watch mine. Uh-oh. Watch out, that's a big one.
The importance of play in childhood, I can't overemphasize.
The Forest School principal says classrooms are long overdue for a makeover.
The way school is designed traditionally goes back 150 years ago. Access to digital screens has changed the landscape of childhood, and the ability to play, to wonder, to walk through your backyard and be a little bored and develop your own play.
This district gives families the option to truly nurture students in nature.
Oh, hit it.
To help a child learn to take calculated risks, to collaborate with each other, to support each other. Their self-efficacy begins to bloom when they contribute an idea and they find success.
But not without some risks.
Our kids come home pretty dirty, so hopefully they have a powerful machine in their laundry room.
They will come home covered in mud.
Classes take place outside most days, with a few exceptions. New this year, the school now renting what used to be a vacant home.
If we need a landing spot to collate our data, or we have straight line winds, or all of a sudden we have a thunderstorm, or we need a secure place to come, we can access this home.
As for the students, they prefer class outside.
We've found frogs that we catch with our hands.
It's so much fun.
With one-on-one instruction, school leaders say can be more effective.
The teachers teach us letters and we learn numbers.
And so how many more do we need to get to 10? Four, yep. They're more focused because they get that time to get all their energy out.
If you're 5 years old, whole group instruction can be tricky to attend and engage fully.
Much more curiosity and the emotional intelligence too, because they have to deal with a lot more problems out in the forest, like somebody stole my favorite stick. How do we deal with that?
Now, Forest School looks different for kindergartners compared to what it looks like for the older students. I'm told there's more productive play for fifth graders in the program. Students were studying water quality when we visited. Another West Michigan school is taking an outdoor approach to learning. Preschoolers at the Kids First School in Jenison are enjoying class outside even when there's snow and below freezing temperatures.
There's no bad weather, just being dressed poorly.
Step 1, getting dressed in their colorful Okie wear, waterproof jumpsuits provided by the school.
If we can stay dry, we can stay warm.
Something these kindergartners have learned to do independently, considered an unexpected result of the program now in its second year.
It starts raining and we don't just pack up and go inside. We just shift gears and put on our Okie suits and get to business a little differently. And so there's not many 5-year-olds that can be that flexible and just know how to problem solve.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Megan Russ is in her 22nd year of teaching, but says becoming an outdoor kindergarten teacher was quite the change.
The nature of this program really appealed to me as a gen ed teacher who's just kind of done it the traditional role for many, many years.
Yay!
Yay, yay, yay!
She says she's always felt schools could be offering students more.
They needed more than just 4 walls. So when I heard about this program, I was so excited that we were going to explore this as a district.
The students learn everything they would in a traditional classroom while also learning what it means to go with the flow.
I think we live in a very perfectionist-driven society, and I've long felt that we need to teach kids that mistakes are a wonderful thing. That's our venue for learning.
Our kiddos are capable of learning no matter where they are.
My hope is that these kiddos will leave me and just have a love of learning and a love of nature.
The outdoor program is in partnership with the Outdoor Discovery Center in Holland, which partners with many schools to offer this program. Along with the Kids First program for preschoolers, the district now offers the outdoor class to first and second graders with plans to expand even more. Staying in Jenison, while outdoor classes give kids a chance to explore, they can also be fulfilling for teachers. After finding a job posting for a teacher with the Jenison Wilderness Academy, this Teacher of the Week said it's the job he was born for.
It makes me feel very special, and it makes me feel like the influence that I have is far-reaching, and that's something that like I think all teachers want to have. It was a very, very fun surprise.
As soon as we left the building and I said I have a secret and a surprise, they were all in. They love him and know how much he loves them, so they were 100% about getting out here to surprise him.
Teacher of the Week, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Just the normal type of day is pretty chill for me, so when I see 2 new people in here, I knew something was up.
I can't think of a more deserving person. Every single day, Adam comes to work ready to engage his 26 5-year-olds in the natural world, in traditional learning, in creative and collaborative play. He comes in with his A game every single day.
I'm from Middleville, Michigan, and I grew up playing outside and exploring outside, and I always wanted to kind of share that knowledge and share that love.
He's been teaching now for 10 years and joined the Jenison Wilderness Academy 2 years ago.
When this job came up, I was like, this is like a perfect blend of what I loved when I was a kid to what I love to do as an adult. So when I saw those 2 things, I was like, this is what I'm born to do.
We bundle up and we dress for the weather, and we are outside no matter what, other than storms or high winds. Our students are outfitted in waterproof boots, in their Oki suits that are waterproof. They go right over top in the wintertime of their snow pants and their other outside gear.
I was never somebody who wanted to be inside. I learned best outside.
Now teaching his students to learn and love the outdoors.
Yes, we'd have some traditional indoor teaching, but a lot of what we do encompasses being outside. We go on field trips every week. We go to local parks, and they get to see something in real life, and they get to attach the literacy components and the math components from what they do inside outside, and that just makes things really connect.
And the most important part,
they just get to kind of get dirty, and they get to get wet and muddy, and so do we. It's just something unique, and it's really, really fun.
His belief in his students helps them believe in themselves.
I get really red when I when I get acknowledged for something like this, but again, it really does like make my day and make my week, and just makes being a teacher that much more special to know that, again, that people feel that way about what I do. I'm red right now. We see our students every single day, and we see the smiles on their faces, and we get that from them every single day. And just having people on the outside see what we're doing, acknowledging it, just makes that the life of a teacher just a little bit more special.
and due to the high demand for this program, students are selected through a lottery system. 3rd grade will be available at the Academy sometime this year, with a 4th grade option set to begin in 2026. More and more school leaders are saying it's time to change the way our students learn in school. Muskegon Christian School has a focus on educating the whole child using teachers from multiple countries, plus a greenhouse and a chicken coop, and so much more.
¿Correcto? Sí. Nuestra meta del día, ¿quién la puede leer?
When starting school at Muskegon Christian, families choose between the Spanish immersion program or the English program, which is enhanced with outdoor learning.
We have seen over the last decade or two that kids learn a little bit differently than they used to. The question became, how do we engage kids best so that they want to learn?
Some students begin practicing Spanish as early as kindergarten, and they're learning from the best.
We have teachers from Mexico, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, and Honduras. Our world is really, really big, and we don't live in a bubble. So we do a lot of visas for these teachers who come from other countries, and they come here, uproot their families, and come here to teach at MCS.
La meta del día.
We sat in on a 6th grade math class where the teacher and students are only speaking Spanish.
Each year, as it moved on, it just became more and more comfortable, and now it's pretty much like a normal language.
11-year-old Ryan is now fluent.
My name's Ryan Seitzma. I'm in 6th grade, 11 years old, and I like to play with my friends in Spanish. Me llamo Ryan Seitzma y tengo 11 años. Estoy en 6º grado y es muy divertido jugar con mis amigos.
The other immersion program at the school gets students outside.
Every day I feel really excited and pumped just to see my friends and to learn.
Kids falling over themselves about cleaning out chicken coops or planting orchards, and so they want to come to school, and we're engaging that new type of learner.
Our crew was there to see students planting a butterfly garden. Students also manage hydroponic systems, a technique used to grow plants without soil.
The water is filled in this tub, and kids will measure the pH and minerals every time they're in here working, and then it gets pumped into this white tube down to the end of the rail, and then the kids can control how much water goes into each of the rails, and then it slowly drains on the tilt back down to here, and the roots just go down into the water.
A process that's helped to provide the lettuce used at lunchtime.
Math and language arts are really important, but it's also important to educate the whole child and what kind of skills will they have when they move on from here.
Muskegon Christian School offers income-based tuition in hopes of making this type of private education accessible to anyone who's interested. Coming up, some West Michigan high schoolers are doing more than hitting the books. They're suiting up to learn how to fight fires, be police officers, and take 911 calls, plus more. Stick with us. In the fall of 2024, Zeeland Public Schools launched a course to give high school students hands-on experience. But the students aren't doing science experiments or art projects. They're swinging axes and using fire hoses as part of a public safety course started by their teacher.
We actually started this vision about 6 years ago.
About the same time, this teacher took on a second job.
For me, firefighting was always something that I wanted to do. So we saw an opening and I kind of said to my wife, what do you think?
Not only did he get the job, that's when he started putting the pieces together for this all-new public safety course introduced just this year.
We actually have 16 girls and we have 8 guys. And so it's been really kind of cool to see that unfold. Honestly, it was really surprising for me. As we've talked to local departments, they're like, yes, this is what we want. We need more females in the field of public safety.
I've always had an interest in public safety and stuff, so that really caught my eye.
Senior Emily Waringa tells me both of her parents work for local police departments.
And so I've always been involved in public safety and hearing about things that go on in the community, and I've always enjoyed hearing about it and always wanted to give back to my community.
Hoping to someday follow in their footsteps.
Police officer or either FBI or secret agent stuff.
My dad was a police officer, and that it's always been really heavy on my heart.
Another senior, Tanner Barber, told me about his dad's reaction to him signing up for the class.
He seems really, I want to say proud.
Telling 13 on Your Side, he feels called to do mission work in Asia after high school, but
I really like helping people, and I feel like the one thing that kind of stood out to me was EMS. I just love how they just go into action.
Students in 9th through 12th grade can apply.
We've got 24 students this year. We kind of capped it. Not everybody who signed up got in it.
The year-long course preparing them for careers in law enforcement, firefighting, EMS, and more.
There's a lot of different components that we don't have in other classes right now. Students are going to be swinging axes. They might be spraying water from a hose. And there's just some different danger elements.
Learning from someone who knows the job firsthand and says there are similarities to his role as a teacher.
Firefighting has always been, even though it's very different in terms of what we do every day, it still comes from the heart, right? And that's still serving the community that you're a part of.
Having no doubt these skills will be invaluable.
Even if they go out and do something else, we know the confidence and the communication skills and the problem solving pieces are things that are going to translate really well for whatever they end up doing post-high school.
And this is really cool. Students finish the program with their 911 dispatcher certification, and the teacher behind the program says it would not be possible without community donations and grants. In Allegan, one school is taking a similar approach to giving students a head start by offering a dual enrollment program with experience in the trade. Students begin a woodworking apprenticeship and even help build a home from the ground up.
I like using hammers, I like nailing.
I've always just liked doing stuff with my hands, whether it's machines or wood or whatever.
Allegan Area ESA now partnering with the Carpenters and Millwrights Training Center in Wayland.
It came to be out of the need to help students find quality careers after high school. The idea that everyone has to go to college is starting to be cracked. It's more a myth than a reality.
Through the program, seniors not only finish their last year of high school, but also complete year one of the Carpenters and Millwrights apprenticeship.
So instead of having to go through 4 years of our apprenticeship, they could end up being 3 years.
This is a program that can give students a viable, high-paying position without any student debt.
This is a good opportunity for me to get a good job after high school.
I just like hands-on work more than going to school and like studying, sitting down.
Surrounded mostly by men, and that's not stopping her.
Just because I'm a girl doesn't mean anything. Like, girls can do anything. Even if guys tell you that like, oh, you're a girl, you're not strong enough, you're not like to do anything. Like, yes, you can. If you have the mindset that you can do something, you can do it.
Determined to complete the apprenticeship and go to college, then one day start her own construction company.
I want to get my own business degree so I can start working for myself, help my family out, for others to get the opportunity as me.
We have other members that have went through the apprenticeship and are now foreman, superintendent, project manager, even some that have went through and now own the companies and employ the carpenters, the floor layers, the millwrights. So the sky's the limit for them. They can go as high as they want.
It's a great program. Even if you don't stick with it for your career, it's a great thing to know after you leave high school for your own home. You can fix your own stuff. But it's just a great job opportunity.
If you hear an opportunity your way that like calls out to you, take it, because you never know what's going to happen.
The free 17-week program includes a metal framing and drywall class at the Carpenters and Millwrights Center. Well, these are just some of the stories of how schools in West Michigan are going above and beyond to teach students the skills they need. If you want to learn more about the outstanding students and educators we mentioned here, visit 13onyourside.com. Thanks for watching.